Welcome to Lucas Radio. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the soothing sound of
What the fuck? Absolutely crazy. Lucas Radio.
So with the double-breasted suit, what's the protocol here? Are we supposed to unbutton it when we're seated?
I think when you wear a suit, you unbutton when you seat.
Yes.
No matter what. That's
You unzip when you sit.
I unzipped.
My fly has been unzipped this whole time.
I unzip my fly when I sit.
That's okay. I normally unzip my fly when I sit. Can you walk us through the outfit?
Yeah, this is a full Buck Mason linen double-breasted. I don't know really the specifics. They just said, hey, you got $1,000 in product on our website. I said, give me a suit.
Whoa.
And also send me a tie. It's going to be over budget, but I'm going to wear it all together, and it's going to look good.
And now look, dude.
And look at me.
You're like Buck himself, man.
Might I just add that I tied this tie first try today.
First tee tie.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's hard to get the length right.
Yeah,
I
let's see
really
the length.
like that you...
No, the length is perfect.
Did you get the suit brought in? Oh, your fly is undone.
Well, yeah, he does it when he sits down, man.
Yeah.
Max asked us if this was a formal podcast, and we said yes. Like formal attire.
Formal attire.
Yeah.
Formal attire. And we said yes.
I appreciate you showing up in the Buck Mason. That's pretty sick, man.
So I was in for a rude awakening when I opened the door, and Luke's got a white T-shirt on and
But
some
he
some
fixed it.
carpenter jeans.
He fixed
but-
it. It
And
is
then
no
Gabe,
maintenance.
Gabe is sitting on the toilet
Yeah, well.
in the same outfit he always wears every single other day.
Watch his mic, man. How's he doing on his
He
mic?
sounds really good.
I don't want to make the beginning of the podcast about me, but I can explain why I was sitting on the toilet, and maybe you actually will agree with me, or
Okay.
you'll have some. You'll see yourself a little bit in what I did last night.
Oh God.
Wait.
I ate so much ice cream that I was just throwing up. I was throwing up, and I felt like a demon was inside me all of last night, and it's kind of still there this morning.
Oh man.
And then
Why would he see himself in that?
I got to tell you, I do have a pretty strong stomach. I can take down quite a bit of ice cream. And Luke has seen it, actually. I start to feel, if I'm eating too much ice cream, I feel it in real time. And I say, oh, I'm disgusted. I don't want to eat anymore.
Oh, you stop yourself?
What were you telling me about? Was it Stagecoach or Coachella where you were like, wait a second, you guys go ahead?
Oh. It was a Stagecoach. I went to, it was a Levi's event, and they had like an all-you-can-eat barbecue,
Yeah.
but it was just meat. There wasn't like there was like meat and mac salad, and I was like, I'm not about to eat the mac salad before doing the Stagecoach thing. So I'm just going ham on this meat, because it's just like me and a bunch of like influencer-y model type.
And you're going, I have a strong stomach.
I'm going, I have a strong stomach,
Yep.
yeah. And then when we got to the event, got to the venue, I'm like, I kind of feel like I could need to go to the bathroom, but I'm a holdout because we're on the outside. There's porta potties around, but we have access to these areas
Yep.
that have nicer bathrooms.
Yep.
So I'm thinking,
Classic mistake.
I'll just hold out and wait till, because it's not an emergency.
Let me run this by you, and this is a staple of our podcast, shitting yourself. How terrifying is that moment when you go, oh, my options are
Minimal?
minimal.
Wait, were you going to shit yourself?
When you have the bodily instinct creeps into your brain and you go, my initial instinct was that I was going to have options. I need to make a decision right now.
It's terrifying. I mean, luckily, the bummer about this situation was that I was with my girlfriend, her friend, and her friend's boyfriend.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
Had
it
you
was-
met her friend yet? Like, did you know that?
We had met before, but
This
like,
wasn't your first impression.
Yeah, we're not on like, we're not,
Not
like,
on like, yo, I'm about to go shit myself.
Yo,
Yeah.
I might shit myself right away.
Right. It's
Yeah.
kind of like, hey guys, you guys go ahead. I'm gonna try and find a restroom.
Yeah.
And they're like, no, we'll just wait for you.
No.
Oh, dude.
No, you guys.
They threatened to wait for me.
Yeah, hate that.
We'll just wait.
You guys go ahead.
I've been holding this piss for a long time.
Yeah.
It's probably going to be like 20 minutes.
I'm gonna be and it's gonna be 20 minutes straight of pissing. They're probably gonna have to stop like I'm gonna have to squeeze it off mid piss. They're gonna have to suck all the piss out of the porta potty,
Yeah.
just so I can refill it.
You guys are probably gonna want to go ahead and see the Diplo set. I'm just gonna go. I have to pee.
I got to meet with the porta potty
You
company
guys
on
hit
this one.
Diplo's honky tonk.
You go.
That's what it's called at stage.
Is that literally what you?
No, there's like this tent that like Diplo runs every year, and it's called Diplo's Honky Tonk.
I
and
like that.
Inside, it's like one of the most terrifying scenes. Imagine like a high school cafeteria where they cut all the like tables and stuff out.
Yep.
And it's like pretty dark in there, and then there's like a stage, and there's just like a bunch of people packed in.
Sounds like my nightmare, and also sounds like the worst possible place to have to. Take a shit.
I wasn't in there. I was just adding that part in for comedic effect.
You had your own honky tonk.
Yeah.
This is episode 92, guys. We got Max for Cracks here.
What's shaking, everybody? My voice cracked. First line. Voice
Is that
crack.
what?
Off to a bad start, fellas.
Do you want to try it again?
Yeah, let's try it again.
We'll cut it. We'll cut it back out.
Cut.
And
Editor note. Let's cut that out.
Let's fly in a cut, and now we'll fly in a reshoot.
Guys, we got Max for Cracks joining us on episode 92 today.
What's shaking, fellas?
Wow,
First
that was
try.
good.
It's an
Holy
honor.
cow! First try.
It's an honor to be here.
First try.
Now, normally, when two white men ask me to be on their podcast, I say no due to oversaturation. But
Agreed.
I mean this when I say it. You two are a couple of my absolute favorites.
Thank you.
Yeah, you were really eager.
You were filling my cup right now. Max.
You were really eager to be on, man.
Now, I gotta say,
I texted you. I said, "Do you want to be on the podcast?" You said, "Fine." You're like Los Angeles Lex Friedman.
right?
Do you know Lex Friedman?
No.
He just wears a suit everywhere he goes.
Really?
You know Lex Friedman?
Is it like a Marvel character?
That's Lex Luthor.
Lex Luthor.
Lex Luthor, yeah.
Who's cooler than that?
You've been a highly requested guest, I will say.
Really?
Yeah,
From
people
who?
actually were asking for you to be on when we were like, who should we have on?
What do they want to hear about?
I don't know. So-
I have stuff I'd like to hear about.
Okay, let's hear it. What do you got?
Well, for those who don't know, Max is an extremely creative individual visually.
Oh, thank you.
You do really well with visuals and you have like a good creative brain. But I don't know much about like your upbringing or if you did when we were in like high school, we were like making like YouTube videos and stuff.
I think that's
Right.
what this feels like. It feels like I can't believe I'm almost 30 and I'm friends with guys I didn't know existed and wanted to be friends with when I was like
Like yeah, there
14.
wasn't like dudes like us. We didn't go to the same school or anything like
You
that.
guys are from the same area, though,
yeah.
roughly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like across town high schools.
Yeah.
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 I knew his girlfriend that he was dating.
He loves this story.
Damn.
I had a crush on
Luke
her.
had a girlfriend.
I wonder
Luke
if
had
she listens to this. Imagine if she ever listens
What's
to
her
this
name?
podcast.
We can't say. Can we?
No, we can't say.
Keisha, if you're listening to this, this one's
Keisha.
dedicated to you.
When you were in high school, like
She
were
had
you
like a septum piercing and some like miscellaneous
she's
17-year-old
no,
tattoos.
no.
normcore?
No.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was, that would have been before her time.
Before her time, yeah. I think if she took a weird left turn somewhere in her life, she
She
would have
started
gotten it.
listening to like Law Dispute or something.
Well, how
Yeah.
old are you guys?
I'm turning
22.
30. Well, how are you? How old?
22. You look great for 22.
Thank you.
That would be really funny
I'm
if you were 22.
28.
Okay.
I'm 29. I'm turning 30 in a month.
Yeah, so I'm the eldest of the three of us.
Yeah, but what year were you born?
96.
Me too, man.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
But when you were growing up, were you making videos and stuff? Or were you just like fucking around? Were you cool in school?
I think I had some like in high school, like I had a little bit of like I wasn't like the coolest motherfucker, but like I had a little bit of motion.
Yeah.
And then I transferred high schools, and then I transferred from I had gone to public school my whole life, and then I got the opportunity to play lacrosse at the private school.
Whoa, you played
across
lacrosse.
town.
Yeah.
Pipeline, dude. Pipeline. Pipeline finance.
Okay, when I found out that you played lacrosse, I was like, oh, everything makes
So
sense. now.
you got recruited by like a
Prep school.
prep school to go
Yeah.
play lacrosse at.
Yeah,
So
basi-
you were the mysterious good lacrosse player, and everyone was like,
I was like decent.
yeah.
Wait, where are you from originally?
I mean, I was born here in Los Angeles, moved around a bunch, and then I went to high school in Huntington Beach.
Okay.
So I just say I'm from Huntington.
Pipeline. Okay, so you play lacrosse.
Lacrosse, handsome
so
guy, pipeline.
how is a star athlete also battling the creative endeavor? Like, were you wearing like what lacrosse players
No.
were wearing, or were you wearing like a high school equivalent
on.
to Buck Mason?
Hold on. What were you like? This is what I'm. What were
Hey
you?
man, I asked a question.
I know, but I have a better question. What were you thinking you were going to do when you got older?
You know, at the time in high school.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm supposed to be speaking.
There it is. Yeah.
Yeah. Could you not hear me? When
No, I could hear you.
Okay. All right. Okay. So when I was in high school, what I would do is I would go on Craigslist and I would like buy and flip cars.
In high school?
Yeah,
cool.
I was something like I knew about cars, so I was like, oh, I could just like buy and flip these things. So towards the end of my high school days, I would do that, and I was like okay at it, but I was like, okay, if I can buy and flip cars, I should just get my real estate license, and then I can do the same thing with houses. It's like the same idea.
Pipeline, dude.
Pipeline,
Whoa.
dude. It is a car without wheels.
Exactly. I was like, this is just a more expensive car that I can take bigger margins on.
Wait, so you were literally
Flipping.
you were 17 years old going, I'm going to get my real estate license.
Yeah, because I was like, I could do that.
So college wasn't. You didn't want to play college lacrosse.
Nah, I didn't even really want to go to college. I just wanted to start making
so
some
you
money.
didn't go to college. You didn't do.
No, I ended up going to college because my dad was like, yo, you got to go to college.
Right. We all have those.
Yeah, my
Well, I mean,
dad.
not everyone, but
You graduated?
I graduated from college, yeah.
that's cool.
Summa cum laude?
Yeah, he comes super loud.
Sigma,
Yeah.
summa.
Okay, wait a second. So, when did you end up being in this creative mode when you were making video? Like, when did that come about?
So towards the end of my, I had always felt like kind of creative. Towards the end of my high school career, I got to do this like studio art class. It was like you got to like go on like Photoshop and Illustrator and like learn the program and like do stuff kind of.
Okay.
And at that point I was like, okay, like maybe I'll be a graphic designer because this sounds kind of fun.
Yeah.
But like, if not, I'll just sell houses.
That's okay. Graphic. So there was always a
I remember my
creative-
first graphic design thought.
Well, when I was a little kid, I used to just like to draw cars. So I was like, I'm going to be a car designer. But then I was like, oh, you have to be like smart to design cars. You got to be like calculating
math,
yeah.
drag coefficient
Damn.
and like.
That's really cute to think of you being like
Yeah, it's cute.
just like a little kid. I mean, I wanted to be a pro skater. That was the first thing. Then the next thing was
Are you a ripper?
I skate. Okay, yeah, but never pro.
Gabe rips.
Never
Right.
pro level of
You're a
skateboarding.
ripper. Do you hit Echo Park?
No, I've never been to that skate park.
Really?
I go to South Pass, Frogtown.
Frogtown's cool.
And-
Hot as fuck.
Yeah,
on
there's
those
no
ramps.
there's no shade there, and they're like metal.
Yeah, and they're metal and they just absorb
Thanks,
heat.
man.
If
All right,
you
so-
fall on those things, it's like a 3rd-degree burn.
So you were in high school, you were playing lacrosse, you were getting like kind of creative in the end, but then you were also like making a little money, and you're like, I know, yeah, you have this ambition. It seems like you're an ambitious young man, right?
I want to. Well, like I never. Really,
dude doing, bro?
I'm like, what's getting picked up on here? By the way, yeah, it's a new couch. Yeah, I got yes.
it's a new Barcelona chair.
And it's not a Barcelona dupe. Pick these up on Facebook Marketplace for $75.
No shot. That's a dupe.
And these are not dupes. They're worth probably 10 grand.
Easily.
What was the dude's name? Sean.
Shout out Sean.
What'd Sean look like?
You kind of.
Really?
Older, yeah.
No, dude. He did not look like Max.
He was.
He had long hair.
Okay.
He was sort of like bigger, like
I don't know. He didn't look like anything anything
He was
anything to
tall.
write home about. He wasn't tall. He wasn't tall.
Well, then how could he have looked like?
Dude,
me
would
if
you
he
like to
wasn't tall?
would you like to take a stance on how tall you are on this podcast?
Take a stance on what exactly?
Would you like to drop your height for the viewers?
Yeah. I think 172 centimeters.
6, which is like what?
you could do the math on that.
6, 4.
I wear a 43 in Margellas.
In Margello's.
Okay,
Okay.
so 6'4", size 13 foot. I'm pretty sure that's what that comes out to.
So sorry, I got to get back to the baby Max. Were you partying in high school? Like what? Like
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, big time.
So I
like as much as I could, you know, like I didn't have like the crazy, especially after the transferring of schools. It was
Yeah.
like then I had no motion, you know.
But it was also like, dude, lacrosse is a very party sport.
Definitely.
It's hard
yeah.
for me to
Just the
believe you
dudes
had
you're
no
around.
motion going into the prep school.
I wasn't like a star athlete on like a star team. It was just kind of like, yo, cool. We want you to like come play here.
So you had to make all new friends and like.
Yeah. Yeah. But I mean, you like inherently get some friends in the way of teammates. I just
Yeah,
didn't really like understand those people very much because like I had come from like the public school, like
Right.
more like dirtbag, like Southside Huntington folks versus like now I was with like the posh, like Newport Beach
Whoa.
kids, you know, the Tustin Hills guys.
Do you think that had an effect on you?
In what way?
In like a way that it like made you question yourself?
For sure. Everything makes you question yourself in high school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the wind blows the wrong way. You're like, am
I
I?
gay?
Yeah, literally.
Oh, do I like
Damn,
the
so
wind?
do you think that had an effect on you like after high school too? Because I remember, I guess we talk about this a lot, but I remember like discovering alcohol because for a long time I was like, I'm not going to drink. I'm not going to drink.
Yeah.
And then I drank for the first time and I was like, oh,
How old were you?
17, dude.
Really?
16. Yeah, I was like pretty old.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh my
like
God,
old
you
in
were
terms-
ancient, dude.
Me
because
too.
I had
I
a
was,
whole drinking career.
When did you? Yeah, you started young.
I think I probably had my first, smoking weed and drinking happened around the same time at like 13.
And you liked them both.
I was like, first off, I wanted to smoke weed first because it was like the cooler kids were doing that. And
Yeah.
so we were like, oh yeah, like I want to like smoke
yeah,
weed.
yeah. You're
And,
like, I want to be a
rapper-
stoner instead of
Yeah,
something
like
else.
rappers
yeah.
are talking about it. Wiz Khalifa is like
Yeah.
on the, you know what I mean? It was
Yeah.
like, that was the vibe back then.
Black and Yellow had just hit the streets.
I think it was pre-Black and Yellow, but like,
Wow, so you were hitting your stride when Black and Yellow.
but like,
came.
I
You
there
already
was like,
knew how to like roll a backwoods when Black and Yellow came out.
well, yeah, because I had discovered like Currency on YouTube.
yeah. Cool.
Remember him?
Yeah,
Yeah.
My brother showed me Currency.
Yeah. So he just had like a bunch of cool cars and like a Diamond Supply hat, and like he was like just smoking hella blunts.
Yeah, and so you're like, this is what I'm on.
I was like, this guy is the coolest guy ever.
I can't, yeah. So you started buying cars, and did you get the Diamond Supply hat?
Well, at this point, I was still too young to even
right.
drive. So,
dude.
but I was like, what is this brand? It's just got like a geometric diamond on it. That's a cool. So I went on like mooselimited.com.
Paul Rodriguez is wearing it.
Yeah, P-Rod was all
It's
up
very
in it.
mall core, like.
Well, it wasn't at the time.
No?
At the time, it was pre-mall core. It was like
Before CCS hit the streets, hit the malls.
CCS was out, but it was like it wasn't in CCS. It was pre their store on Fairfax. You would just see them on like various like streetwear-esque websites.
Yeah.
And then of course like other people found that video of Currency and were like, this guy is the coolest guy ever. And then they all
We're gonna
ordered.
run the Diamond Supply.
Yeah. And then they got the store on Fairfax, and then it was off to the races with them. Now it's like PacSun probably.
Damn, so you started smoking and drinking at 13? Because I was just like, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. And then I did it, and I was like, I'm going to do it.
Yeah, like smoking weed at that time was like you would just like leave Earth because you were so high.
Yeah, you're
bro.
like learning how to do it. You know what
yeah,
I mean?
of course.
You're-
Especially like like with the other white boys, you like smoke out of a bong, dude.
Yeah. And then you just put a movie on, and it's the greatest afternoon of your life.
yeah.
Or like I remember like hitting a bong and just being so fucking high, and that Tupac song, "Keep Your Head Up," was
I
on.
don't know it.
Oh my god, dude.
You're so California to be like, yeah, we're listening to Tupac.
We were listening to Tupac. So basically where I lived in Huntington, it was like a condo complex that I lived in, and there was like, it was at an intersection. So it was like, there was a condo complex, and then across that was it was like where all the apartments were in Huntington. So like, there was like 4 corners of different apartments, and then the apartments went all the way down to the 7-Eleven. So it was like all the other like little dirtbag kids were in your direct area.
yeah.
So it was like there was this kid that like lived in the apartment across this street called Brookhurst. So we would cross the street, hop the gate because it was like a gated one. It wasn't like nice or anything, but it had like a gate around it. So we'd hop the gate, and then his mom had like a 1-car garage, but like away from the apartments.
Yeah.
And she just like let him put like couches and speakers and shit in there.
That's sick.
I'm
He had,
learning
like,
that
lighting.
people in California were way cooler than we ever were.
Yeah, for sure, dude.
Well, he had like the coolest program because his mom just like, it was like
She just didn't check the garage.
garage is
ever.
your space.
Oh
I don't,
my god!
I don't even think I ever met his mom, and I spent a bunch of time in this garage.
So I feel like the mom was hot. Was the mom hot?
I have no idea. I don't think I ever met her.
Okay, so
he wasn't like a looker.
Well, yeah, I don't know if you could
Respectfully.
go off your friend's vibe to be like, oh, your mom.
Like he
That's mad funny being like, your mom's mad hot, and I know that because you're hot.
like when your boy like puts the like girl AI filter on.
Oh my
and
God.
and they're like smash or pass. Like his would have been a pass for sure.
Okay, well, hold on a second. If there was a sitcom about your teenage years,
You would have sex with the mom.
well, I was
Right.
just gonna say in general that she would be really hot.
Oh, yeah. Sitcom moms are hot.
Yeah, and that's what I'm
Name
saying.
an ugly one.
Yeah.
Can't.
Let's jump a few years. You finish college up, and now you're getting into the workforce.
So now I have a bachelor fine art and graphic design.
Okay, so you've left behind the real estate dream. Like that's gone. Is that
Well,
gone?
at this point, like
Anything's on the table.
I think design is a good. Nice.
My bad.
Yeah.
My bad.
Anything?
I think like I like being creative at this point, and I've kind of like fallen into that. But I don't know if I'm like the greatest graphic designer of all time. I'm just kind of like, I want like more of like upper management, but in the creative space. Like I know how to do this stuff, so I'll just work my way up, and then I'll be a creative director.
Yeah.
Oh,
You know?
cool.
I was
Okay.
like, nobody's thought of this shit before.
Was that a real thing? Being in California, were you like, I know being a creative director is a thing? Because like in upstate New York, it's like
Yeah, no one was
I remember
graduating.
being like hearing what a creative director was and not having a single example in upstate New York.
I was like a design nerd at that point.
So 100%, you were like, I know this is a job out here.
Right. So I was like up on, the Polishare, like Pentagram branding agency, creative director.
The,
Stuff.
like the science behind it all. Type
just
of thing.
like just kind of like, okay, you like go to this company and you be a badass graphic designer and you're good at like delegating things and you have like an overall vision and then you like set your team on it.
you saw
Damn, so
the
you're
growth.
you're almost bought into a corporate. You're like,
fully.
this is what I'm gonna do.
So how
Totally,
did
yeah.
you get out of college and then be like, I'm gonna do that? Did you have to work part-time jobs or anything like that? Like, or was that something you could just get hired on and get like a salary?
I was like doing freelance towards the end of my college career because at about like 3 years I was like, all right, I'm ready to fucking get
Make
out
money.
here and
Yeah,
do some shit. So I was like doing some freelance stuff, like slowly kind of figuring it out. And one of my freelance clients was Donut Media. They made like YouTube videos about cars and stuff, and I had like met them because I was a fan. So I started like working with them a little bit, and it wasn't very good, but they were like, he's kind of chill, so we'll just like keep like tossing him. And he charges us like $0. So.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then I like graduated and I was like, cool, I'm not gonna be, because I went to school in the Bay Area. I went in San Jose.
Yeah.
So like all the design jobs were tech jobs. So I was like, okay, I don't really fuck with the Bay Area that hard, and I also don't want to work in tech. So like packing it up back to LA.
Damn. So you've been in LA since what year? I mean, obviously, like as a kid, but like back here,
2018.
crazy. 2 years before COVID drops.
2 years, yeah. So then I got a job at an agency. It was like really small, but they would do like social media campaigns for like entertainment clients.
Oh, cool.
Mostly entertainment clients, but it'd be like we'd make like social media assets for like
Are you feeling like fulfilled doing that, or is this like not
Well,
filling your cup?
Well, I got there and they were like, they had like another graphic designer, me, and a guy who did like video editing. And I was like, well, a lot of the assets that we're trying to create have like motion graphics video elements to it. So if I want to like make myself indisposable at this job,
Smart.
I need to like go on YouTube and like figure out how to animate motion graphics.
Your trajectory makes so much more sense than like mine or Gabe's. I feel like
Really?
It just seems like
yours is like linear.
Yeah. Well,
Like really, so I'm curious as to when you're like, wait, I'm gonna start making my own videos.
I see what you're saying, but there isn't like I wanted to be on tour in a band, so it's like I can't like going to college and you can't just like look for a job in that realm. You know what I mean?
Totally.
Like I had to work at like a fucking coffee shop and then a bar. And
I
then
guess
a
my
fucking
dumbass is
factory.
just saying like I got a degree in film and new media and then immediately was in in upstate New York, your only jobs are like, okay, now you're an editor in a newsroom. And so immediately I became a Red Bull salesman after school. So it made no sense. So yours is just like fascinating because it's like pretty well like, and the whole time you're brainstorming and like thinking ahead and being like, okay, if I just kind of keep working at these types of places, I'm going to end up in charge, or in one way, shape, or form. So when are you like, I'm actually just gonna start making my own shit?
Well, so I would still like do freelance stuff on the side. So I do like design, and at this point, I like knew how to make motion graphics. And I was like, I'm just gonna. And I was like the youngest guy. I was like 22, and then everybody else was like in their 30s. So I was just doing that. I was making not very much money at all, but like doing well compared to like the people around me that were also like 22. Like I had a job in the thing that
like
I
you didn't
wanted
have to
do.
work at the bar
No, I never had to work at the
or
bar.
like work at a.
Living in Silver Lake?
I was living in Silver Lake at the time, yeah.
That's sick.
And this is like pre-Erewhon Silver Lake,
What? Okay.
I mean,
let's backtrack.
Silver Lake was very different back then. And like,
What? No.
right?
There was no Erewhon? Okay.
Well, in 4100, this is going to be mind-blowing too. It was like a proper proper
I believe
shithole.
that.
Yeah.
I believe that.
Like I used to go over to 4100 and there was never anybody in there. It was just when you were already shit-faced and you're like, I just need like another one. I don't even
Get me home. Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
probably like Susie's.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking.
Like at the time you could go in there for $9. You could get a pickleback, like shot of whiskey, pickleback, and a beer. $9. So it'd be like, okay,
I mean,
cool.
even $9 is still kind of expensive.
Compared to like Buffalo, probably.
Yeah.
We're not from Buffalo, but yeah.
Albany, man. Albany.
Compared to like fucking Rochester.
Yeah.
Well, Albany, man. Albany,
enough.
man.
Those are all the same place, bro.
Yeah, I mean,
kinda
there
are.
could fully be. Have you ever been to like Albany?
Yeah, of course.
You have been?
Yeah.
That's cool. Oh, I would like thinking about us all hanging out in Albany.
I'm familiar with the Rochester airport.
Okay,
That is 4 hours from Albany.
have you been to Albany?
Is it 4 hours?
Yeah, it's Western New York. That's Western New York. So you
I'd
have
say you'd like Albany more than Rochester.
I think
for
I've
sure.
been to Albany.
Albany is very.
They're all the same to me, though.
Capital.
Albany is very. What's the word I'm looking for? It's like rugged, but so is Rochester. I mean,
Yeah.
they're all just like rugged cities.
Rochester is actually pretty dangerous.
So is Albany.
So is Buffalo.
Yeah.
kind of.
Yeah, so we're yeah.
I have to pee.
I'm,
Keep talking.
I'm from the mean streets of Rotterdam.
Keep talking. Hey, you guys are in charge while I'm gone.
I'd like the record to show I've never stepped foot in 4100,
Oh, okay. Wow.
just because I've never drank when I've been here.
Yeah, but just like as a single guy. As a single guy living
man.
in Silver Lake.
No, man, you must
Have you been to Zebulon?
No.
Wait, was 4100 back in the day, like when you're 22, 23, whatever, that's like your watering hole? That was like the spot?
No. I would go to Black Cat across the street.
Got it.
Black Cat, because they would have like strong ass whiskey there.
Yeah.
Be like whiskey rocks at the Black Cat. Have
As a 22-year-old.
hell yeah.
Was it every day?
Not at that point. Because like it would be too expensive to go every day. I wasn't making that much money.
Yeah.
To go like drink at home.
That was the problem for us is
We made so much money that we just kept drinking.
Yeah.
we were so rich we never ran into the bottom of our pockets. No, we were just drinking for free at the places we worked at.
Yeah, we were friends with all the bartenders, and we worked at the bar, so it was really easy to drink at home.
For
free.
sure.
Yeah.
Just run it up.
Silver Lake when you were 22 was probably like the scene from Cars where Radiator Springs was in its heyday.
No.
Radiator Springs, bro.
The Black Cat when Max was 22 was like Radiator Springs.
It
and
does
Cars
seem like a
in its
different
heyday.
eternity.
Probably like Route 66.
I would say it's more like it's flourishing more now. Of course, like it was already flourishing back then.
I just
It was
mean like thinking of us when I was 22, like the bar that I would go to, I would walk in like I would practically float in like Drake smelling a pie from the window.
Yeah.
I think to me that was probably more like Zebulon in 2021.
Oh, it's just the fact that you can mention it that
And
way.
you had a little bit more money, and you were like a little bit more
Yeah,
like, okay.
had
Nice.
some more motion.
Yeah, like and Friday came up and you were like Zebulon.
Yeah, by that point I had some friends that it was like a crew that we would go out and have
Yeah.
a time at Zebulon. I was feeling like a little more
This is you. You're comfortable. These are your walls.
I was a little bit more batified. Like I would put on an outfit and really think I was like doing some shit.
Nobody knows me like the booze is about to know. You know what I mean? I would just be like, here we go.
Yeah. Well, you would have like 12 twisted teas and not talk to anyone.
That's what I mean. That's what I mean. It's like,
Yo, should we do a role playing thing of like Luke at Zebulon?
yeah, we could.
That'd be fun.
Hey, what's up, man? What can I get you?
You're the bartender?
Yeah.
Okay, so I walk in.
Hey, what's up, man? What can I get you?
Hey, I will do a twisted tea and a shot of tequila, please.
We don't have twisted tea here. This is Zebulon. Do you
Okay,
want?
well, this is my
do you
first.
want
This is my first time here, so if you just
Max, what's this guy's deal?
Can you just ask him if he wants a bottle of Pacifico or a watered down tequila soda?
Yeah.
I will do Pacifico and I will do a shot of tequila, please.
Standing next to a girl with an empty drink.
I was about to ask. And for the lady, what's
Literally,
going on,
dude. No.
Is chivalry dead? Clearly, he's never been.
I will do one more of the Pacifico and another tequila shot, and then I walk away. And then
he walks away and he's
and then-
like, that didn't go. that didn't go too bad.
And then 4 Pacificos later, I'm just like this. I'll never be with anybody. Okay. So
This is on like a Tuesday or something too.
literally, it's on a Thursday night. You're starting to feel like Los Angeles is the place for you. It always has been. You're starting to make money. You're starting to make moves. You're starting to get career motion.
And then you pivot to Instagram.
Well, what happened was I wasn't quite making. I felt like it was like at kind of my glass ceiling at the place that I was working.
For sure,
Right.
And I like got promoted and stuff to like a senior graphic designer at my big age of 23.
Yeah. Like I'm a senior
And I was
graphic designer.
I'm goated. Why?
Yeah.
Like, why didn't they make me CEO of this motherfucker?
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, well, if you guys aren't going to pay me a bunch of money, which is not a bunch of money, I was like, you guys aren't going to pay me all this money, I'm going to go apply for other jobs. So I got a job at a branding agency. And I basically brought like my video work to them and I was like, look, I can do graphic design, but I can also do like motion graphics. All your branding clients need to be like getting like video assets because that's the future. And mind you, this is like 2019.
Yeah.
So they're like, nah, video. They're like, okay, they like kind of saw the vision, but they were like, that's not what we do right now.
Yeah, they're like, you think Instagram will be a marketing tool?
Yeah.
Whatever, man.
I was like, yeah, that's what I was doing.
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
But like you're like companies, and they're like, well, we don't know if our clients are all wanting that, but like we see your vision and we agree, and like
Yeah.
so you're hired. So I did that, and I was doing that for a while, and then COVID hit, and then they're like, you're not like making us a bunch of money, so like
Peace, deuces.
peace out. You can have the laptop though, which I was like, fire.
Yeah.
That's actually
net
awesome. That's
positive.
actually, yeah,
Net
yeah,
positive.
that's
Fire.
awesome.
So then I just like went back to doing freelance stuff, and I was still doing that, and I did that for a while, and they would like hit me up for like freelance jobs because shocker, COVID comes around and all their clients are like, we need video things.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh fuck, we just fired
Yeah,
We
the
just
video.
fired the video guy.
we just fired the guy that does the motion graphics. We'll just hit him up, and so I ended up just like making way more money from them
From like freelancing.
from
That's nice.
freelancing.
Did
for them.
freelancing ever give you like did you ever feel like you were treading water or standing in quicksand or like
Yeah. What do you mean by that?
Or like dying.
was
or
there ever like
financially
I
ambiguity?
mean even now with the job you do it's like there's good months, there's bad months. Like are you ever like is it just like set the course, stay the course, trust the process, or do you ever think like, oh, shit's not working the way I want it to, I have to double down, or like
Yeah, I think for those like first few months of COVID, I was like, what do I do? Yeah, like I had some money, like a little bit of money, but like, and like my expenses were low. I just had no overhead, but like there was like nobody was wanting to do anything for like the first like month or two. So then I was like, but I had like some freelance work luckily, and like a bunch of people like reached out to me to do freelance stuff. So I was fortunate in that way. And I just like kept doing that. The company that had let me go and then was like paying me more money freelance, they ended up
sick.
like hiring me back. So I did that for probably a few more months.
wow.
But is COVID when you start your own videos?
No, not quite. No.
Holy shit, dude.
No, I know you're like, wow, this is a long fucking
Yeah,
story. You want me to fast forward?
No. I like
No, we
that's
like this.
but that's what I'm saying. I'm like, because in my mind, you were the first guy to start doing Instagram videos.
I've been in the game for a while now, yeah. So what happened was basically I like did the fucking corporate thing, and it was like all remote at this point. I was like, this is actually not how I want to live my life.
Whoa.
Even though like you were making okay money and you were
I was doing pretty decent, and then I was like, I told them like, yeah, this isn't gonna be it for me. Like, I don't want to like work for somebody else. Like, I don't know if the like corporate thing is my move. And they were like, okay, cool. And at that time, this guy hit me up and was like, yo, we want you to be like the graphic designer for our food packaging. We want you to like make all the branding for our food packaging. We make a bunch of money. It's like not glamorous, but like it was like the creative director. It was like covered in tattoos, had a GT3 RS and like a Leica camera.
and you're like I could see this.
and I was like, this guy is fucking
Yeah,
sick, bro.
yeah.
And then so basically he was like, yo, I like you. Come work with us. You got the job. Here's like here's a lot of money.
awesome.
And I was like, nah.
Wow.
I turned it down because I didn't want to do the corporate stuff. I had come to that decision in my head, like,
Yeah.
Smart.
yeah, I don't want to like I don't want to work for somebody else. I don't want. And at that point, I had my dog Roscoe. This was really the deal breaker for me. That was like, I'm not doing it, because they were like, it's every day in the office from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. And I was like, cool, can I bring the dog? He's like, no, can't bring the dog to the
You
office.
said no? That's interesting.
No, because it was like a food.
Yeah.
They had like food stuff on site, so they're like, it's like weird with like health stuff.
Yeah.
You can't bring the dog. So I was like, and it was like, cool, I'm gonna like work for somebody else 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. every day, and they're gonna pay me a shitload of money. Like,
Yeah.
it's like selling your soul.
Yeah, it is.
100%.
Essentially it is.
Like selling your soul for 150 grand a year, which was a lot of money to me at the time.
For sure. I mean,
That's a
still.
ton- I mean, that
is
is a
he
lot.
still? I'm just,
Still hiring.
Does he still need somebody?
Okay, so then you made you're freelancing, I imagine. to get by, and then
So yeah, at that point
he
I was
offers you a 6-figure role, and you're like, no, I'm good.
Yeah, pretty much. I was like doing pretty okay, just freelancing, and I continued to work with Donut, which was my client from like college days, and and
That's
a
mad funny.
good friend of mine, Jesse, was the creative director of Donut at the time, and they like came into some like more money, and they're like, "Yo, Facebook is paying us to do reels. They're paying us on a weekly. We just got to deliver like 3 reels a week. I think you're funny on Instagram. Do you want to?" And I was like, I had never made a TikTok or a reel in my life.
You were just posting funny captions on Instagram.
I was just like, I would have like photo swipe throughs, and it'd be like dumbass shit I'd be posting.
Yeah. Okay.
And he was like, "Yo, I think you're funny on Instagram. Why don't you come like do our reels and TikToks?"
Whoa.
And I'd never made a TikTok in my life, and I'm like, "Yes, I'm down."
Whoa, dude.
But I was like, "Fuck, I better figure out how to make a TikTok." I have like all the technical skills to make a TikTok. I know how to do video stuff. I know how to do design stuff.
But the app itself is the Wild West, and you're like, how do I?
Yeah, like, am I gonna be good at? But like, if
Is it going to translate?
is it gonna translate? Am I gonna be able to like come up with ideas for this? Like, am I qualified to do it? And obviously, like, I wasn't really.
But fake it till you make it.
Yeah, I just kind of was like figuring it out on the go. So I did that for probably about a year.
Did that go? Did his confidence in you go a long way for you? Or I feel like you had enough technical skill and enough self confidence that it was just like maybe a final push that you needed. But I feel like if somebody said that shit to me in a context of like career wise, that would have been like, oh,
You'd be
and
like,
I feel like I
I'm
have
here
had
for
moments
a
like
reason.
that. Yeah,
I'm here for a
I've had
reason.
moments like
Yeah.
that. But do you think that was just kind of like the final push because having passed up a 6-figure salary offer in a corporate landscape, and then this dude coming along and being like, actually, I just want you to like fuck around on our social media.
Well, I had kind of crazy motion at that point. It was like the most motion that I had at that point in my life, which was like I just animated a Times Square billboard for like a client that there was like he like shipped the job out to 3 people.
That's
I
cool.
won the bid, and he's like, "Cool, can you make this
you-
animated billboard?" I did that. Then I turned down this like high dollar job.
Whoa, dude.
And-
Okay. So you're like in
So
your
you're
head,
getting,
you're like,
like-
I'm a high value ticket.
You're getting validation elsewhere. You're like succeeding in life, and
Corporate validation.
I think there's a bit of like, just to pause on the conversation, I bet there's a little bit of fear when it comes to money on this side of the table when it comes
on
to
this side.
when it comes to money and work, where it's like if somebody offered one of us a job for
150K.
probably take it, right?
I think that's just what I mean. It's like the trajectory of your career is so like fascinating and cool to me. It's like what I wish had happened to me.
I think, but the thing is about like getting offered that job is like, okay, cool, like 100, whatever's a lot of money to you at any given time.
Totally.
At the end of the day, like it's just money. I would way rather have like freedom, time, being fulfilled.
And you had already made that decision.
Creatively, hanging out with your fucking dog.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like those are just way more valuable. You can always get more money. You can't get more time. You can't like.
And are you sober at that time when you turned down that job?
No.
Because that's kind of a very sober mindset to have.
I mean, not really. Because like at the end of the day, I'm not gonna like take a big job to like. It's gonna prevent me from like drinking and doing drugs as much as I want to do.
But I think it's like a mature. It's like a mature like.
The greed aspect to it of like appreciating time with your dog rather than like being like, well, I want to make this amount of money this year, where you're like, oh no, I actually value a little more than just money.
Yeah, I mean, I think like I was appreciating the freedom.
Unless you were like, oh, this job's gonna get in the way of my drinking, or like my.
Not necessarily. No, I don't think. I mean, like from 7 a.m. to 4. If I had to be there at 7 a.m., that would.
You're
probably,
like I could be at Zebulon at 8. yeah. You're like at 5. I could be
Yeah,
at
I mean,
Zebulon.
you would probably like take some hit on sleep. I think shortly after that I was like getting sober. I was in the process of getting sober, maybe. I don't know, the timeline's fuzzy.
Can you talk about why that came about?
Why I got sober?
Yeah.
I think I found myself in a position where I didn't care whether I lived or died.
Wow, that's funny that you say that, because I'm like learning about that in myself.
Right. It's like good things would happen to me. I would be like it'd be like a flat line. Bad shit would happen to me. It wouldn't be like spiking in any which way. I would just be like wanting to drink, wanting to go out and drink, wanting to like hang out with friends to drink. I just like felt kind of numb to everything. So even though it was like the most motion that I had at any point in time, and Gabe was like, "Yeah, so you must have been like feeling like you were the king." I was like, I didn't really care, honestly.
Damn.
And I was doing good work. I was feeling creative. I was feeling like I had some juice, but still like didn't really fucking care.
Whoa. So I don't know. That just goes. That
And
speaks volumes. Because it's like,
did you feel like it was the booze that was like the sort of like
keeping you in that threshold.
like I don't really give a fuck about anything? Do you think it was the cycle of like getting fucked up?
At that time, I wasn't sure. At that time, I was like, okay, like this isn't good. I need to just like cut out all the things that I don't think are serving me and aren't. And one of the first things was like, okay, let me just like see if I can stop drinking.
Yeah.
So I would like, okay, I'm just gonna like take a break, you know?
Wow.
And does that ever work? Like, do breaks ever?
Well, I think at that point I would go through periods of time where I was like, I would pretty like white knuckle it, you know?
Yeah,
I'd be like, okay, yeah. And I'd start to feel better. And I was like, cool, now I'm going on a trip. Now I'm doing this. I'm going to just like,
of course I'm going to drink.
right.
Yeah.
And then I would go like have a bender, and then I'd come back and I'd be in the same place that I was like.
Dude, yeah. So it just goes to show that I think a lot of my stuff is like, oh, I wouldn't have been able to be like, if I just had found a job that I was able to be creative in and I was able to make enough money in my head sometimes I'm like, I probably never would have stopped drinking. But it's like I probably would have just hit that point.
I think you would have.
Yeah, I just think
The alcohol
it just goes to show. Yeah, it just goes to show, like, even though you had this trajectory that works out on paper, you still had to face these things within yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you still have at the end of the day, it's like in your head.
I think, and I've been telling Luke, like the meetings, like the AA in the meetings, it's like not even about alcohol. It's not like I'm not like trying not at this point. You know, I know I cannot drink a beer today, you know, but it's like the emotional sobriety of it all it's like, there is nothing stopping me from turning a very good, happy day into like a pretty fucking awful day.
Pretty fast.
Just because of my brain.
Record-breakingly fast.
You know?
Yeah. Yeah, and I did that for like, I think I had built up like a year and a half of sobriety before I was like, maybe I should work some steps. Maybe I should like go to meetings consistently.
Just being dry, just fucking.
Yeah, because it was pretty good. Like you said, like white knuckling it and just being like, okay, cool. Like I understand this isn't good for me. Now I'm to the point where like, okay, the benders aren't helping, and I kind of like end up back in the same place. And I guess like a big thing for me at that time, I was still like going out a bunch. I was like big
Sober
into
going
being
out.
Yeah, sober going out, and because I had like, I would be like, okay, why am I wanting to drink? Well, I have this excuse that like I want to be social with people, and like I become a better version of myself when I'm like drunk and exciting. At the core of it, though, what I was trying to do was to drink in order to connect with people and like build better friendships. And really, at the end of the day, like drinking was counter to that.
Completely.
If I was honest with myself.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, when I go out, like I just have to remember that. Of course, it was hard
But you're
to do
like,
that.
this was the blueprint all along, so I can do that without the booze. I can have a connection and
Yeah, exactly.
cool.
Oh, like me like running off to the bar every like
Yeah, it's gonna
so
help.
often
Yeah.
is not gonna help me. So yeah, I would just that was my thing. I would go out and I would go for periods of time, but then I would like special occasions. Oh, I'm going to a festival. I'm gonna be fucked up the entire time.
Yeah, and it's like you're still at the end. You're left with the exact same feeling that you started a period of sobriety with.
Yeah.
Yeah, back to square one.
Damn. Let's get to where the Instagram is the main gig, and you're like, I don't need to work any other jobs. I don't need to work for people anymore. Like, I can just be my own creative director, I guess, of yourself.
Creative director of your ship.
My friend Jesse, who was the creative director of Donut, was like, "Yo, come do the TikTok." So I like learned how to make TikTok there, and then they're like, "Cool, our Facebook Reels contract is up, and actually, like the TikToks don't make us any money. So, but we fuck with you. We like having you around. So why don't you just do like the marketing for our merch? You have like all this like it's now you just take photos and like Photoshop stuff, make short videos to like promote our merch channel." So yeah, I did that for a while, but I already knew how to make. I had like by the process of like making TikToks
Yeah.
and videos,
So
I like knew how to make it, and I had like the confidence to approach it. And I was like, I'm just gonna do this shit for myself because I'm not gonna want to work for somebody else forever. I don't know what the next thing that I do is, but if I have a following, this will be a good this will be like the foundational element to start whatever the next thing I do is.
So you essentially went into posting your own Instagram shit, being like, I'm going to pitch this to brands, or this is going to have brand motion.
I thought I'm going to start my own company at some point.
Your own donut.
I don't
media.
know what it is, but I need to have an audience
Built
that
in.
when it is time to do that I can promote whatever my next thing is to my built-in audience.
So you
Brilliant.
conjured your audience. You're like, then I'll start making my own videos. Is this why all your early videos were in a garage, like a car garage?
Yeah, that was the donut office.
Because I remember seeing them, and I was like, what is he? Is he?
What was like the first one that popped in that went nuclear that you were like, oh yeah.
So I started out just doing like little like outfit videos, and then I was like, well, outfit videos, everybody does that, so I'm just gonna put like some brain dead ass like text, putting on the perfect outfit to like
Blah, blah, blah.
gaslight
Yeah.
local
Yeah.
septum piercing girls at my
2023?
No, it had to be before.
had probably
22?
very beginning, like end of
Because-
2022.
Because I think you like curated this type of comedy. Like I really think that the nuance to your early videos like sparked in a certain culture in the internet.
Yeah,
Wouldn't you say?
I would say.
Would you say that?
I think there's correlation, whether or not it would have happened with or without me.
Yeah, but
I think you
you're
were
at
the first to
forefront.
do it. You were at the forefront of that humor.
Definitely, when I started, nobody was really doing that at the time.
Right.
Yeah, so can we throw shots at Desmond? So essentially, Desmond kind of just copied your style.
Desmond probably drew some inspiration from what I
Yeah,
was
drew
doing,
some inspiration. Okay,
along with a lot of people.
We'll have to talk. Along with a lot of people, yeah. Constantly duped on the internet. Constantly duped Max4Cracks.
I mean, I guess I was more so talking less about the
Formatting.
less about the format, more about the like.
But I wasn't the first person to like put text on screen. I think what made my content at the time ownable was like my editing style. I would do this like I would shoot everything slow motion, speed up and slow down, and I still do that for a
Yeah.
lot of social media videos.
yeah,
but-
you took a lot of like you took some production value in your videos.
I don't even think it was production value. It's just that like I wanted it to feel like there was something ownable. So I would put my face in it every time because I wanted. Again, I was like trying to build my brand.
Yeah.
And part of that was like, okay, I want like recognizability so that when I release whatever my next endeavor is,
Yeah.
people will see me and be like, oh, I know that guy, I like that guy. Let me see what he has to say.
Damn.
So I would be
Smart.
like, I got to put my face in all these videos. I got to like build some kind of like it's a style thing at the end of the day. Like, got to have a pretty good outfit on, got to be in a cool environment, a cool car or something, and then it has to have something that people can relate to and feel like
It's funny.
yeah.
I've never been that good at. I've never thought about my own content that way.
Well, we came
not
into
realizing.
it differently. That's
Yeah.
just
All right, we should get to emails. We're contractually obligated by our own selves legally to say that we're not mental health professionals. Take everything we say with a grain of salt. Max himself,
I'm a mental health professional.
he's not a mental
not
health.
a mental
he's
health
not
professional.
a mental health professional, but
Okay.
he does have some good.
Before we
insight.
get into emails, you mind if I run a quick ad?
Go ahead.
Yeah, so I have merch available on my website at max4cracks.com. We do really awesome and fun stuff like a Zin wallet chain,
Very
a
cool.
hat
Yeah.
that says I heart cigs, which I have for each one of you guys, but I forgot it.
Oh,
I didn't bring it because I'll be honest, I was thrown a little bit off by the tripod request.
sorry.
It derailed my whole shit. But
yeah.
we have lots of
that's
really
fair.
awesome stuff, including shirts and my very special chain designed by yours truly. All of it's actually designed by yours truly, so I don't know why I detailed the chain as the only thing.
Is the couch still on the website?
I think the couch is still available.
It's a good deal on a cool couch.
It's a pretty cool couch. I've had
Very
it.
cool couch.
Yeah, I've had it for a few years, and it's been really awesome to me. But because I'm doing my own merch in my house now, I'm wanting to remove the couch to make space for the merch, which
Yeah.
is
Well-
why I thought it was only fitting that the couch is
Goes as
sold
well.
on
On
the
the web
merch
store.
website.
Wow, makes
yeah,
sense.
instead of Facebook.
All right, hit him with the website again.
That's max4cracks.com. MAX4
The number.
cracks. Yes, the number. 4cracks.com. Go check it out. Thank you so much.
All right.
Let's get into some emails.
Email number 1. For discerning judgment of Papa Bear and Baby Boy. He's Papa Bear, I'm Baby Boy.
These are.
It's a long
Not
story.
self. Not well. Did I gave myself?
Can
Papa
you
Bear.
start over that? That threw me off, bro.
No, man. No.
No, this is good.
Papa
Hi,
Bear,
boys.
Papa Bear, Baby Boy.
First time listener, first time caller. Adore you both. Oh, no, sorry. Long time listener, first time caller. Adore you both and appreciate how you balance each other out on the pod. I'll try to keep this as brief as possible for Luke's sake, but I hope you might be able to help me with a dilemma. For context, my parents have been married for over 40 years, and I am one of 3 siblings, all in our 30s now. When I was a young girl, I asked my dad how they came up with my name, and he drunkenly admitted that he named me after an ex-lover. That's crazy.
Oh, so this is a female listener.
Yes.
Or it could be a man.
Or guy.
Could be, man.
He rambled on about how him and this woman were both in the military together, but the timing was never right for them. Some of the timelines indicated he maintained a connection with her even after getting married and having children. That's not. I don't like connecting with your. I felt immense sadness for my mom. While she was pregnant with their child, he was thinking about someone else. He told me I could never tell my mom, so of course I kept a secret. As I got older, internalizing this information has impacted how I view my dad and marriage, and it's also caused my own internal conflicts with identity. I
Oh my
eventually
God.
adopted a nickname because of the icky feelings I had around my birth name. So my question is, what should I do? Do I tell my mom? Does
Oh
it even
my
matter after
God.
all these years? Whether I stay quiet or share this info, I feel like I'm betraying at least one parent. I'm just trying to find the right answer that does the least amount of hurt. Thanks for reading. Sending lots of love. P.S. Please bring Kara back.
Please bring Kara back. Kara.
Who's
Wow.
Kara?
My sister.
Luke's sister.
Oh,
She bestows wisdom upon the
She
pod.
really does. She's
Oh my God.
everybody's big sister.
and
Listen,
more importantly, she bestows estrogen upon this podcast.
oh,
Yeah.
big time.
Yeah.
Very important.
That would go a long way around here.
Very important. That you're not kidding, man. That goes a long way.
Wow. I mean, Max, I guess we'll let you take a stab at it.
There's a lot of questions in there. Which one should I start with?
This is insane, by the way.
Are your parents together?
No, dude, come on.
So we can
Be
understand.
fucking for real.
We
man.
can understand a little bit of
Are these her
one
parents are
parent
still
telling
together
you
though?
Not to say. Yeah.
That's
They're
crazy.
together.
They're
yeah.
together. It seems like
Yeah.
they're together. It's just like obviously there's like when one parent draws a line in the sand against the next parent, being like, "Don't say this to your mom," or like, "Don't like." It's like you're just like trying to do quote unquote the right thing here.
Yeah.
So the question is, what should she do? Does she tell her mom,
Oh
or
my
does it even
God.
matter after all these years?
Yeah, I mean, I think obviously loyalty plays a role in this. It sounds like she has kind of split loyalty between the parents, but is leaning more towards loyalty towards mom. But here's the thing. I don't think it necessarily serves mom to know that information. I think at this point, it's obviously an issue of a past and could really like jeopardize kind of a delicate situation.
I agree.
I would avoid it. And I think honestly, avoiding telling mom is
The
both
greater good.
staying loyal to dad and serving the greater good.
Yeah.
And I think you need to let this information roll off of you as to not hold on to any guilt yourself, because it is not your information to feel
Right.
guilty
This
about.
is dad's wrongdoing. Dad has to figure this shit out on his own, and it's a little annoying that he drunkenly brought you into it. That
Yeah,
sucks.
and while you feel like you're keeping something from your mom, it's more like Max said. It's like,
The greater good.
yeah, it's the greater good, and it's also just like not an information for you to bear the weight of. It's not information for you to bear the weight of. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I think you guys did great.
Thanks so much, man.
I agree with what Luke said.
All right, here we go.
Or Papa Bear.
We're gonna have
Papa Bear?
Papa Bear.
Papa Bear. Thank you. We're gonna have to also define this for him.
Dwindling faith as a disciple of baby talkology. That's
Okay, so there's
you'd be in baby talkology.
yeah.
What is that?
Because you're a lover boy.
So there's two religions trapped under internet umbrella,
Yeah.
but they all kind of coincide into one. There's Fitzligion.
No.
and there's-
Here, I'll say. They're two different things. No. Gabe has always wanted them to be one different thing.
Okay.
Fitzligion is one thing. I determined Fitzligion when I had my heart broken a year ago.
Okay.
Over a year ago. Okay. And I said, you know what? I'm going to become a monk, essentially. Relationships are not for me. Human connections, not for me.
And I
I resign to the woods. Gabe declares the opposite.
There's baby talkology where
It's called baby talk because you go, oh, well, what are you doing today? What are you doing today? Okay.
I would say that Gabe is the highest level of that. Gabe
Yes.
is a professional
Hopeless romantic.
and adoration specialist.
Yes. Precisely. That's why
you adore your girlfriend.
Yeah,
and I
I
say that
do.
as a positive. I don't know that I've ever adored anyone or anything the way you love your girlfriend besides my late deceased dog Roscoe.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. That being said, that's why he's the perfect candidate for a completely separate religion called baby talkology, not under the Fitzligion umbrella. Hello, beautiful boys. It's your boy. Well, I'm not going to read his name. From Cape Town, South Africa. I wrote back in November of last year and can't thank you enough. Things have gotten a lot better, and in particular, I took your advice of getting more into fitness, or rather in my case, getting back into fitness. I came back to my Thai kickboxing gym in my old neighborhood, and the strong community alongside the intense sessions have given me a much needed boost in both confidence and mental well-being. My sober journey is still going strong, and after going out a lot more with friends, I can wholeheartedly say I've been enjoying nights out way more sober than I ever had while drinking. Back to my main question, I've tried to get back into dating, and it's been very difficult. After trying to get my friends off my back and just re-download Hinge like they said, I can confirm that I'd rather chew glass than download that app again. Sorry, but was just an overall miserable experience. Average experience, my friend. But after that whole debacle and getting ghosted twice in 1 month by two different people, I've been really feeling down in the dumps lately about it, especially when you can hear your housemates fucking with two capital F's down the hall as you're actively getting ghosted while you're stuck alone in your room watching YouTube, desperately waiting for a text back. We're going to put a bookmark in that because you're looking at that all wrong. Let me tell you something. That, alongside the fact that I'm beginning to be the only one in my friend group who's not in a committed relationship or at the very least dating someone, is starting to really get to me and send me down a spiral. I'm also now terrified that with my deep-seated intimacy issues and wondering if I still have a personality, I'm scared that if I do become intimate with somebody, that I'll even know what to do down there anymore.
Oh, you figure it out pretty quick.
For context, I've only been with 2 women, and the last time I slept with someone was 2023. To cut a long story short, is there any practical advice for a young disciple looking for a place in the warm light of baby talkology? Or is it just a matter of keep talking to people and keep going out till something happens? Sorry if this is a long one, but dating seems so easy for so many people, yet impossible for me. I'd never go as far as saying I don't believe in love because I see it all around me. I see it in my friends and their partners, my parents, my family, and almost everywhere I go. It's beautiful, and I'm grateful to see it in so many aspects of life. Yet it makes it even more painful to always be so close, yet never being able to grasp it, or even worse, understand it. Love you guys. Keep doing what you're doing. Love, peace, and gratitude from the Cape of Good Hope, South Africa.
Wow.
Shout out Good Hope, South Africa. Max, do you want to take us away on this one, if you feel so inclined?
I think the issue is clear in the submission. It's a mindset thing.
That's what I was going to say exactly.
Especially, and you put a bookmark in exactly the part that drew a big red flag to me. It's like he is upset, assuming they are upset with others around him success and happiness. That's like if Luke won or made $1 million in a day.
Could happen.
I would be psyched. If any one of my friends had more success than me in any metric, I would be psyched, because that means I'm surrounding myself with cool, awesome individuals that want to be around me, and
Beautiful.
therefore
Well
I
said.
am, by the transitive property, a cool, awesome individual who can make $1 million in a day, just like Luke did the other day.
Well said, Max.
Beautifully said. Could not have said it better myself.
And
Transitive property.
right.
Remember that. Transitive property.
Transitive property. If your friends have crazy motion by the transitive property,
Thus do you.
you do as well.
Wow. And I there's something, dude, you got to look at it like this. You're clearly worthy of love. You're surrounded by it, like you said. So if anybody's making you wait on a text message, drop it immediately. Drop that expectation immediately. Do you want to be with somebody who's going to make you wait on a text message?
Absolutely not.
It's also, I think, a scenario of your priorities and putting things on pedestals where it's like,
Yeah, you're putting it
this
on a
is a
pedestal.
little too high, little too much of a pedestal. And it's like, what did we say last week or a couple weeks ago? Like putting the carriage before the horses. Like you have to let the horses carry everything and not put it all in front. you know?
You're not being a leaf right now. You're you're trying to be God.
Forcing the issue, playing God. Yeah. Gotta give it up.
But also in the beginning of that message, I want to highlight that this individual did say some really awesome stuff.
Yeah.
And I think I want to throw it back to that. They're working out. They're doing all the things that are focusing. I can't remember the specifics of it, but
Staying sober.
yeah, they're staying sober. They're doing a lot of things
Back in
to
the Muay
make,
Thai gym?
Yeah, they're making themselves a better individual
Yeah.
and focusing on themselves. And that is the self-esteem that they need to hold on to, instead of, okay, I'm doing all these things, but that's null because random person isn't texting me back that I probably don't even know.
Yeah, it's like you need to place your self-worth back into the fact that you're going to work out every day and you're putting that energy into yourself, instead of putting your self-worth in the missing text message that isn't showing back up. It's like, dude, once you shift your mindset, it's just going to come to you. I always say this about sleep. When I have a hard time falling asleep, I remind myself when I'm in bed, I go, well, I'm just going to let sleep come to me then.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. I that's a stupid example, but I just use that as an example because then I always end up falling asleep.
And
So let the love come to you.
And we have to remember too that there's fear, a little bit of anxiety in this email with like the fear of the future of like whenever partner
It's going
does.
to happen, yeah.
I do think you can't say or do the wrong things to the right person. You know, I don't think like the intimacy that you're worried about initially, you're only worried about it because it's like you can't grasp it right now. That's the anxiety and the fear of the future. But you can't say the wrong thing to the right person. So you're going to crush when
I agree. And furthermore, if you are so worried about saying the wrong things all the time, you're not showcasing your true personality, people are just going to be like, this person is void of personality. Or maybe they like that you're void of personality, but then when your true personality comes out, then it's a misrepresentation of the person that you actually are.
And then they just like an idea of you that isn't true.
But it sounds like you're on the right path. Honestly, you
Keep
just have
crushing.
You have to keep the pedestals lower, keep everything at an even keel, and keep like living your life for yourself.
Yeah, and when you find yourself in these modes of wanting and wishing for more, you gotta shift your perspective.
And hype up your friends when they're fucking with 2 capital F's.
Yeah. Yeah,
Were they
and you're
friends
watching
or they're-
YouTube. Dude, I love watching YouTube videos by myself in my room.
Oh my
it was
God.
friends. It was
I
roommates and
have
neighbors.
a girlfriend. Last night, my girlfriend sleeping next to me, I pulled out my phone, watched YouTube videos by myself.
Yeah, it's sick.
Because I love that shit. That shit is awesome.
Yeah.
YouTube videos are.
That's something you want to hang on to and cherish.
And also sometimes I bet the person that wouldn't text you back is the kind of person that would be in bed next to you and you'd go like this. I wish I was in my bed watching videos by myself right now.
100%.
Yeah.
Oh man, instead of this person that I don't like that much
I could
snoring
be
next to me,
I could be in bed watching YouTube videos by myself.
I could be learning about
Living off the grid, man.
I could be watching one of those like sensory videos of a guy building a cabin in the woods with no power tools.
An hour straight.
And it's like a 3-hour video, and
Oh,
it's just like the
yeah.
most beautiful shots ever. It's like, you know,
Yeah.
it's like sped up, and he's like hammering the shit. So good.
Yeah, he's mixing clay and shit and stuff.
That shit is awesome, dude.
All right, here we go.
That one looks long. Should we save that one?
We can save it.
Run it.
Okay, run it.
Come on, we'll just post it as a reel.
Yeah.
Manosphere is the subject
Oh,
line.
nice. All right, glad we didn't skip
Hey
this one.
guys, long-time listener, first-time emailer. I am currently on a beach in Southeast Asia. Not to brag, listening to episode 88, and it reminded me of something interesting. It reminded me of an interesting thought and observation someone made on TikTok about the manosphere. He talks about how he thinks the legalization of weed has a partial and indirectly led to the uprise of the manosphere, because weed used to be like edgy and cool, but now it's legal and it's just like any other legal thing. Hear him out. I think it's true that a lot of young teenage boys want to be edgy and cool, or quote unquote manly, as they get older, and weed used to be seen as a way for young guys to feel that edginess in a healthy way for the most part. I think sports is also a healthy way to feel that, but not everyone can be athletic. Plus, weed smoking was tied with like being chill and kind to others. Now boys just don't see it as cool or edgy because it's so accessible and there's no thrill or illegality to it.
Whoa.
As someone who is also 29 and grew up with the weed completely illegal, I had never really thought about it this way, but I thought it was a really interesting point. Nowadays, a lot of young fellas try to be cool or edgy by being hateful to women, minorities, and poor people. Bummer. Obviously, it isn't the entire cause for the manosphere. I think other villains on the internet and perhaps the president for the most perhaps the president for most of the last decade has more of an effect.
For sure.
Anyway, I think you two are a couple of guys that young dudes may see as cool, while also doing a great job of spreading kindness in an edgy-ish way, and I wanted to hear your thoughts on this. Love you guys, and thanks for giving me the confidence to also go back to therapy, which led me to this solo backpacking trip. That's sick.
In Southeast Asia?
We have a clarification on this double email. Wait, I wanted to clarify something. I don't smoke weed anymore, but I used to when I was younger. I am happy that weed is legal, and also I think it's great that smoking weed isn't seen as like cool or edgy anymore. I just think it's an interesting topic. More so looking for what your thoughts are as a couple dudes who are sober, but in a cool way. I also regret adding the president part in the first email. That might unnecessarily ruffle feathers among other listeners. I don't know. I'm probably
that was a good
overthinking
point.
it. I think you guys get what I'm trying to say.
That was a totally good point. I think
Very
that was
good
the
point.
first thing I was going to say is like, it's also the political climate and who's our president. But
I don't know. You can still. I think it's an interesting point. You could still be edgy, young, and smoking weed. I mean, you could smoke it where you're not supposed to.
I know, but that's such a good point though, because it's like, oh, you're just smoking weed, like. So,
But it's
so it
illegal
doesn't-
for a teenager to smoke weed.
Yeah,
But
you're not
in
allowed.
this-
You're
in
not
this-
allowed to smoke till you're 21.
in the same way that drinking is, and it's like we were all
So-
drinking when we were 13, 16, and
So it's still edgy.
Yeah, I think here's the thing. I think he like brings up like now is the worst time ever. It's like, well, like have you heard of like Woodstock '99?
yes, that was bad.
It's like different things are amplified in different ways now, but I don't think it's necessarily worse.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, in the early 2000s, you would see the like misogynistic jokes and everything that were like blast off in like movies and stuff. And we don't really necessarily have that anymore. It's just like, okay, maybe you see that on TikTok in certain
Yeah,
spaces,
yeah.
but it's kind of, there's
I
this,
see what you mean, but I think there is a resurgence of the like red pill man
For
like,
sure.
like trad wife shit happening that wasn't happening like 3 years ago. Like there isn't. You're so right. Like you watch a movie from 2006 and you're like, how the fuck did they say this shit?
yeah.
for sure. I mean, like I have a friend, female identifying that was they them a few years ago. Very strong proponent of the they them. Just rebranded back to female.
Rebrand.
Yeah, and
Why did she do that?
I don't know. I think it's a virtue of the thing that Gabe said, which was like 3 years ago. We do like overcorrected.
Oh, dude. Well, yeah. It's like 2020 cancel culture. It's like you couldn't get away with it.
We overcorrected, and by virtue of the overcorrection, we're like, okay, that was too much. Let's go back.
But now there are
We've
like
gone too far.
There are like 19-year-olds that are like the like peptides talk and the looks maxing shit and the
Yeah.
But that shit has always existed.
has it?
Well, it's definitely got a resurgence.
I think it was not cool 3 years ago to do that because we had overcorrected.
Yeah.
But then in like 2006, there was that crowd.
Well,
It was a different
it
version of
wasn't-
that crowd.
It
Oh, yeah,
wasn't.
yeah, yeah.
It
What's
wasn't
his
as
face?
gnarly, I'd say.
Well, because social media wasn't around.
Totally. And
I think it was probably way gnarlier. We just didn't have.
It was an
the
underground
footage.
subculture. Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't have the footage of it, and we didn't have the amplification that we
But
have
just
today.
because like there's like it was more publicly there are like men coaching young men to act this way. Like just because someone said like retard in a movie doesn't mean like
Have you heard of the book The Game by Neil Strauss? This was a huge book in the early 2000s. It was a New York Times bestseller that was like literally a book on pickup artists, and they would have like all these pickup artists that would coach young incels on how to pick up girls and
Women.
manipulate girls. That was one of the best, if not the best selling book of the early 2000s, just so you know.
And so it was like
it obviously wasn't in good conscience like
individuals. Yeah. It wasn't like
it was how to manipulate women to like you.
It was like, look, I never got any, and then I was
oh,
like,
and then I figured out how to do it.
Basically, this was this guy's story. He would tour the world with rock stars and like write about his experiences with them, but he never got any because he was like kind of a dweeb, right? And then he was like, you have an assignment, you can go like study whoever you want. And he's like, I've always been curious about these pickup artists. So he went and he like infiltrated the pickup artist society, became like the top dog pickup artist living in a house in the Hollywood Hills with all these pickup artists.
I've never even heard the term pickup artist.
I've heard it.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Oh yeah, man.
Yeah, you're like I used to. I've read the book.
I read the book, and then I went to the bar and had 12 twisted teas. That was not part of the book.
Oh my god.
Damn.
Okay, I mean, yeah, there were probably. I could see it. It maybe
Well, so-
was more dangerous in the past.
So
and
there
I
you
don't
go.
know.
I just think it's. I think
Social
it's an.
media plays a
I
different
think it's
role.
an interesting theory. Yeah, but who knows? I don't know, man.
Ultimately, I think you can be edgy and smoke weed still, as a young kid.
Yeah,
'Cause
maybe
you still have to buy it from a drug dealer at that point. If you're like 14 buying weed, like
he might have just discovered currency with the Diamond Supply Co. hat a little too late.
That was good.
All right, let's wrap up. All right, the way we wrap up is we say 3 things we're grateful for. Do you want to start, man?
Yeah. Sorry, I have like a pimple in my nose.
Worst. Are you grateful for it?
No, okay. I am so grateful to finally be home and feel like I have my bearings on going up. What do they say? I got my bearings.
Your wits about you.
Yeah. I'm so grateful that that has finally happened.
We should have let Max go first.
You don't have anything?
Well,
ready to go?
no. I'm grateful for this podcast set up in my new chairs. My new Barcelona $10,000 chairs.
Right. Yeah, I'm grateful for the new perspectives you guys offered me today.
Oh, did we?
Yeah, definitely.
Sweet.
Very
I
cool.
mean, a lot of them were echo chambers of thoughts that I already had, which is why I appreciated them so much. I'm appreciative of getting to meet you guys. We met a while ago, but like
Yeah.
being able to foster this friendship and expand upon it.
Yeah.
And I feel like this was a new step for us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And last but certainly not least, I'm thankful for our sponsors of today's video. Recess. Thank you so much, Recess.
Thank you, Recess.
Max4Cracks.com. Thank you to No Maintenance. Thank you to Buck Mason.
Yeah, I was going to say my second was thank you to No Maintenance.
We're doing gratefuls, not thank yous.
I'm very grateful.
I'm grateful for No Maintenance.
Okay. All right.
I'm,
there we go.
Canadian
I'm
tuxedo.
grateful to have clothes on my back.
Yeah. Yes.
And
yes.
that is a privilege.
Just happens to be Buck Mason.
And these are very nice clothes that we all have besides Gabe on our back. Mine's Buck Mason. Luke is No
No
Maintenance.
Maintenance, clearly. I'm sweating my
I'm
balls off.
I'm extremely grateful for not feeling as ill as I was feeling this morning.
Nice, man. You snapped out of it. It was the recess.
Maybe, yeah.
Should we re-up and go get ice cream across the street?
Oh, Jesus.
I got to go on a fucking run.
No, come on. Come
have
on. We
to.
still got a sound promo to film. Let's do it across
I'm down
the
for this.
street.
All right. And I'm grateful
All right.
for the pod. Let's get out of here.
Grateful
Peace.
for the pod. Thanks, guys.
Peace.
Thank
Thanks,
you, Max.
Thanks for having
Whoa,
me.
that was
fellas.
good. That was good. That was
I
good.
wish
That was
we
good. That
mic'd
was
that
good.
up.
Yeah.
Okay, peace out. Bye.
Absolutely rancid. Lucas Radio.